Welcome to another episode of Inspiring Minds Conversation. At Inspiring Minds, we believe that the world is shaped by thinkers, dreamers, and doers. Those who challenge the ordinary, push the boundaries, and create lasting impact. We are here to celebrate educators transforming lives, the business leader redefining success, the healers bringing hope, the change makers lifting communities, and the visionaries inspiring the next generation. We are more than just a platform. We are a movement built on the foundation that every great ideas, every selfless effort, and every bold forward deserves to be recognized. We bring you this conversation because we know that when we honor those who make a difference, we light the spark for others. By shaping these journeys of passion, resilience, and impact, we hope to inspire more people to step up, take action, and change the world in their own way. Joining us today is a seasoned HR professional who perfectly embodies what is meant to lead with a balance of a strategic vision, strong ownership, and deep empathy. With an incredible legacy of 18 years of proven experience in human resource management, she has built her career on a foundation of sharp analytical ability, decisive leadership, and a consistent track record of delivering real results. She operates right where the organizational growth meets human potential, partnering directly with the leadership and managers to design, deliver, and elevate the vital HR initiatives, from shaping the recruitment and performance appraisal to introducing innovative work practices. She specializes in transforming traditional HR practices into strategic partners. What truly defines her career is her exceptional ability to influence people and drive significant organizational changes by genuinely engaging with employees across every single level. Armed with a creative problem solving approach, resourcefulness, and an infectious can do aptitude, she ensures that the human resource is not just a support function but a primary catalyst to achieving business goal. Our guest for this conversation is Lavina Gomez. Lavina, thank you so much for joining us today. So before we start up, Lavina, would like to have a short introduction, which I have missed uh, in your entire journey.
Thank you, Dr. Vishal. In fact, it was a quite narrative introduction that you have given to me. Thank you so much for your kind words. Hello everyone. I'm Lavina Gomez, a HR professional about building people-first workplace where individuals and business grow together. Coming from a defense background, meeting people was in my bloodline. Interacting. That's how my journey started with experiencing people, culture, and growth. So that brings the same thing, same concept is in the organization. I enjoy driving initiatives that create meaningful impact. And I strongly believe in leading with empathy, collaboration, and continuous learning. And from my heart, I would say I'm excited to connect, share insights, and learn from all of you.
So, Lavina, you bring an incredible 18 years of proven experience to the table. So,
Mhm.
over nearly 2 decades, the corporate landscape and the role of human resource have evolved dramatically. In your views, what is the biggest fundamental shift in how organizations look at their people today compared to when you started your journey?
When I started my career, employees were just often viewed primarily as resources who supported complete work. Today, organizations recognize that employees are the biggest competitive advantage. Earlier, HR focused on compliance, payroll, and policies. But today, it's more of conversation revolve around employees' experience, well-being, learning, inclusions, and purpose. Like famous Peter Drucker said, culture eats strategy for breakfast. And I truly believe that sustainable business success comes from building the right culture. HR today is not just about managing employees. When they feel valued, they naturally perform better, innovate more, and stay longer.
Lavina, you emphasizes the importance of facilitating a business unit to achieve their strategic goal. Too often we see that people view HR as just policy and the paperwork rather than a commercial driver. How do you practically sit down with the business leaders, understanding their revenue or growth targets, and translate those into high impact talent strategies?
For me, it always starts with understanding the business before talking about our role as HR. I ask leaders questions like, where, where do you want to grow? What challenges are slowing you down? And what skills will need you over the next few years? Once I understand these priorities, we as HR become an enabler rather than a support function. I believe HR should understand the balance sheet before redesigning the organization structure. We then focus on hiring the right employees, developing existing talent, succession planning, performance management, and creating a culture that enables business goals.
Lavina, I was just going through your profile, and your profile mentions a strong ability to influence people and drive significant organizational changes by engaging with employees across all levels, from entry level graduate to executive leaders. So, when an organization need to go through a massive structural and cultural changes, what is your blueprint for getting everyone on board without creating friction?
Without friction, employees don't resist change as much as they resist uncertainty. My first step is always transparent communication, explaining not just what's changing, but why is it changing. Then I think it involves employee early, listen to their concerns, identify change champions across different teams, and celebrate small wins throughout the journey. When employees feel heard and included, they become part of the solution, like partners in transformation, instead of resisting it.
Lavina, you are known for introducing innovative HR practices rather than just sticking to the traditional playbook. So, can you share an example of an innovative practices or program you introduced that completely transformed transformed all the employees and experience, or boosted the performance of the employees?
If I remember, one initiative I particularly proud of was driving an AI adoption program that encouraged employees across functions to explore practical AI applications in their daily work. As HR, our role wasn't to teach AI. It was to create the culture, structure, and recognition that encouraged experimentation. Along this, we introduced structured career conversations instead of relying only on annual appraisals. Managers regularly discussed aspirations, learning, and future opportunities with their team. These initiatives shifted conversation from evaluating performance to a continuously developing employees, leading to a stronger engagement, better collaboration, and a learning mindset.
Taking the things from there, Lavina, you talked
Mhm.
about performance. You talked about learning the things. Okay, I
Mhm.
see that a big challenge for many organizations is balancing performance matrices with high ethical standards and psychological safety. Okay, and we HR are always responsible for the psychological safety. Of course, physiological safety also comes under our purview, but we are more into the psychological safety of the employee. So how do you design workplace program that push the people to excel without ensuring they feel completely safe to voice concern, report issues, or call out unfair practices?
Uh, Let me give you an example, or take the sayings of Harvard professor Amy Entman. Robertson describes psychologically safety as an environment where employees feel safe to speak up without fear. So that is very important in our organization. Performance should never come at the cost of integrity. I believe employees perform their best when they know that they can speak openly without fear. That means having transparent policies, confident or confidential reporting channels, leaders who are genuinely listen, not just hear, and managers who encourage healthy discussion, even when opinions differ. Accountability and empathy should always go hand in hand.
Right. Lavina, just I was having one question when we were having a discussion on this point. Okay,
Okay.
that we always say that life is not bed of roses. There are also setbacks and thorns that actually it's a journey actually. So you cannot have the
Mhm.
straight line because you always say that a straight lines means you are dead. Okay, so there are
Right.
always ups and downs in everyone's life. Okay,
Very
so
true.
taking that point, with 18 years into management, you have undoubtedly steered organizational thought, market downturns, structural shift, and tough corporate sessions. Can you share a
Mhm.
significant professional setback or a challenging change initiative you managed and what it taught you about the personal resilience?
Um, One of my most challenging periods in my career was navigating a major organization transformation where uncertainty naturally created anxiety among employees. There was a difficult conversation, challenging priorities and moments where employees and where employees or balancing business needs with employees emotion wasn't very easy to handle. That experience taught me that resilience isn't pretending everything is fine. It is to remain calm, communicating honestly and helping others find confidence even when all the answers aren't immediately available.
So
Let me,
yeah,
as in, also let me also go back to an American author, Simon Sinek says, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. That's philosophy has stayed with me throughout my career.
so Lavina, when managing long-term talent retention and performance appraisal system, it is easy to get blocked down by matrices. Okay, so we use lots of matrices. We both are into from the HR fraternity, and we both agree that we use lots of matrices. Okay,
Yes.
so how has your personal definition of the organizational success shifted from the course of your career?
Earlier, success meant achieving business targets, improving productivity, and meeting deadlines. But today, if you see, I see success much more holistically. A successful organization is one where employees grow, leaders build trust, customers remain satisfied, and the business continuously performing sustainably. Numbers matter, but for me, employees behind those numbers also matters. Are the most valued.
Lavina, you also take care. You are the major person, or you say key person while taking care of the the performance management system. And you
Yes,
also talk. We also talked about a little bit of psychological safety. But
correct.
at the same time, there are problems in an organization that are avoidable. Say, for
Mhm.
example, we talk about performance reviews. So, performance
Yes,
reviews can sometimes be sourced as the anxiety for the employees and biasness for the managers. There
absolutely.
are, we always in our MBA studies, we talked about halo effect, we talked about horn effect, okay, recency
Mhm.
biasness, and so on. Okay. So, from an ethical standpoint, how do you train
Mhm.
managers to evaluate the talent objectively, ensuring appraisals are genuinely fair, transparent, and constructive?
A very good example, actually, very well articulated, Dr. Vishal. Uh, you know, uh, about performance appraisal. Yes, for me, fairness starts with clarity. Employees should know that exactly what expected from them from day one. Managers need to recognize unconscious bias, rely on evidence rather than memory, and in fact, have regular performance conversations instead of annual appraisals. I also believe that calibration discussion across team are essential because they can improve the consistency and the fairness between both of them, between the managers and the employee. As a performance review should never feel like a judgment day. It should be a development conversation where you allow an employee to grow.
Uh, Lavina, at Inspiring Minds, we believe that every bold step forward deserves to be recognized because it lights a spark for the other. So, as a seasoned leader, how do you
Mhm.
use formal or informal mentorship to identify hippos or high potential employees early on and help them cultivate the confidence to take their own bold steps?
Throughout my career, one of the most rewarding experience has been mentoring young professionals. I look for curiosity more than perfection. You know, skills can be taught and developed, but curiosity and willingness to learn are priceless. I sometimes intentionally give employees opportunities slightly beyond their comfort zone while letting them know it's okay to make mistakes. Sometimes they need to know, they need to know, and they don't need all the answers. They simply need someone who believes in them before they believe in themselves. That's exactly why I joined the Inspiring Mind Mentorship Initiative. And thanks to you, Dr. Vishal,
Uh,
for bringing
so,
up this.
in the lots of conversation I had with
Mhm,
different, HR professionals, okay,
mhm,
on this platforms and the Inspiring Minds conversations, we have discussed how technology is rapidly taking over administrative tasks.
mhm.
In a world increasingly driven by digital workforce, what is about a human to human mentorship relationship that an AI tool or platform can simply never replicate?
AI is an incredible tool for knowledge, efficiency, and learning. But mentorship is built on trust, empathy, lived experience, and emotional understanding. For me, a mentor can sense hesitation in someone's voice, recognize their potential before they do, encourage them during their self doubt, and share wisdom that comes only through experience. Technology, if you ask me, can enhance mentorship, but it cannot replace human connection. As Maya Angelou beautifully said, employees will forget what you said, employees will forget what you did, but employees will never forget how you made them feel. That's the essence of mentorship for me.
So taking the same thing a little ahead, for young
Mhm.
professional in our audience who are looking for corporate mentors, what is the most respectful, professional, and the effective way to approach a senior leader like yourself to ask for
Mhm.
guidance?
One simple advice: be genuine and respectful. Don't begin by asking, will you be my mentor? Instead, introduce yourself, explain what you have learned from their work, ask one thoughtful question, and respect their time. Build the relation gradually because mentorship is earned through consistent curiosity, preparation, and professionalism, not just a single conversation. John C.
Uh,
Maxwell also said once, one is too small. One is a too small number to achieve greatness. Growth is always accelerated when we learn together or learn from others.
so, Lavina, wonderfully given the advice to the young people who are looking for things. There has been, consistent discussion about Gen Z and millennials Then all these generations. Okay, I
Generations.
was having a discussion with one of the other senior HR professionals. So I said that the generation gap is was always there and will always be there. Okay.
Absolutely.
We also went through the same kind of generation gap. We also used to fight our father with our fathers or mothers, okay, and say that you do not understand what we are feeling or something like that. And the same is happening with the Gen Z. The only difference is the social media that is making that hype. Okay, in our time, the social media was not there. Okay, so we used to discuss among ourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
Very
So
rightly said.
yeah. So, Lavina, before we let you go, we are going to step up into an intense, rapid fire round. Okay. Just to give a quick things that comes in your mind.
Okay.
Okay. The most common mistake managers makes during performance appraisal.
Giving feedback only once a year?
What is more critical for a leader? Sharp analytical skill or deep emotional intelligence?
Emotional intelligence?
One word that describes the modern workplace.
Adaptability?
Remote work, hybrid, or 100% in office for building strong culture.
Hybrid?
Your absolute biggest professional pet peeve.
Lack of accountability?
Where what is harder, finding the right talent or managing a cultural transformation?
Cultural transformation?
For me, it is always finding a right talent. The first piece of advice you have ever been given.
Never stop learning.
What drives true employee engagement? Grand corporate perks or empathetic manager?
Empathetic manager.
One skill you think the next generation of corporate professional is lacking.
Patience.
A thinker, a dreamer, and a doer. Which one describes your leadership style the best?
Doer.
So, Lavina, it was has been an absolute privilege listening to your wisdom and learning
Thank you,
on
Dr.
how
Vishal.
you bridge the gap between human capability and high level business strategies. To bring the conversation to its natural peak, we must ask our final signature questions. What, according to you, is the inspiring minds?
To me, or to me, an inspiring mind is one that never stops learning, no matter how experienced it becomes. It's someone who remains humble despite success, resilient through challenges, and kind while leading others. I believe true inspiration isn't about having all the answers. It's about empowering employees to discover their own potential. As a mentor and HR leader, if at the end of my career I can say that I nurtured employees grow into a better professionals and better human beings, I would consider that as my greatest achievement. After all, an inspiring man is not the one that shines the brightest, but the one that helps others discover that they can shine too.
Uh, so, what a wonderful and a deeply insightful conversation, Lavina. Thank you for sharing your wealth of experience with us and reminding us that true leadership in HR comes down to a proactive attitude, a sense of ownership, and willingness to drive change across every level of the organization. To all our audience, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Inspiring Minds Conversation. We hope Lavina's 18 plus years of experience and the journey of dedication, creative problem solving, and impactful people strategy inspire you to take ownership of your own space and drive positive changes wherever you are. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this conversation with someone who believes in power of people. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep doing, and keep inspiring. Take care, and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you, Lavina.
Thank you, Dr. Vishal. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much. It was pleasure meeting you and everyone. Thank you.